All right, let's see where we're at. Let's see if this live was successful. First rattle out of the box. I'm in upstate New York, so occasionally I might be a minute or two late, just a minute or two late, because sometimes the connectivity isn't the best. But I notice that I am here live. Awesome. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a coach, a business and marketing coach going into my 9th year of experience. Thousands of students under my belt, worldwide student base, worldwide audience. And you want to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because this is all about how to create content marketing as a mature entrepreneur so that it drives more traffic to your business to do more business. It's great if you're on places like Instagram and TikTok, let's say, for example, but if you're just posting content up on there like it's a bulletin board and it's not bringing you business or at least business conversions, I would even take you slowly growing your digital brand-based community every week, a couple of subscribers or followers at a time. The platform parlance may vary. And of course, simultaneously, I'd prefer to see you grow your email list every week, even if in the beginning it's low and slow, and you're always or almost always going to get unsubscribes. That's just part of the deal. People decide you're not a match, they go, or they decide, you know what, I was interested in this topic, now I'm not. It usually almost never has anything to do with you. And paradoxically, the more you email your list, especially if you're giving up value, and it's not just always sales announcements, you're a business. So 60% of your email list, statistically speaking, expects to be sold to on the regular. So even if you sent them daily emails selling to them, they wouldn't mind it. At least 60% of your email list wouldn't mind it at all. They can either buy from you or not buy from you week to week, but you're not going to scare people off the trail just because you're selling to them. They opted into an emails business list, a business's email list. So they expect to be sold to at least on a regular basis. Now, if you're providing value on top of it so that it's not always about buy my stuff, but at least sometimes they get the idea you're creating content that's value add in terms of nature that speaks to the main pain point or the main passion point that would serve as an intersecting interest, intersecting them with a brand like yours, then folks go, oh, they really care. And they're a business owner who sells. So I get it. But they also get me and they understand someone like me and they understand someone who has the main pain point that I do. They understand what's making me upset or uncomfortable or whatever. And then I'm more likely to look at their offerings to see what can get me out of pain and into pleasure. Most people would rather buy from businesses, if not business owners more specifically, that they know, like, and trust. All right. So today is day 6 of 31 days of free coaching that I do on my YouTube channel. This is like, we're going on a couple of years of me doing this now. Outside of January 2022, where I am going to be doing daily coaching sessions, most days it'll be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise it might be like 9 or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. No worries, there will be replays available. If you have missed any of the previous, as of today, 5 days worth of training, I highly recommend that you go back and look at it. Let me share with you the playlist, and then I will greet my students and other subscribers and people. And then we're going to go right into the coaching point for today. But let me share the playlist here. Also, don't forget, so if you've missed any prior sessions, every session can stand alone. It can, but it's best enjoyed if you go back and you follow along with us every single day, because the teachings do tend to kind of compound and build on each other as well. But if you're like, oh no, I just found you in search or you were suggested out to me today, I haven't seen anything else, visit the playlist for all of the free trainings here. And so I'll put that down below, but also I pinned down below on the live. And if you're watching on the replay, go into the description or the show notes for this video. And after the first paragraph, you'll see the link for those of my students who are looking for January relationship marketing and straight up sales-based marketing plans for their business. They don't just want to sit and spin in January or count the days towards February. They don't just want to throw a clearance sale if applicable to their business model, and that's it. You want to really make some money in January, even though in previous years it might have been a slow month for your business. Definitely check out the champagne batch of frosting. It's like the frosting that's on top of the cake of your everyday business in terms of marketing and advertising. It's an 8-lesson mini course that has a corresponding Facebook group, all for under $50. So for tripwire pricing, I way over deliver. So if you're like, I like what I'm getting on YouTube, I need a little bit of help, I need a little bit more help and a little bit more specific marketing and sales based help, especially shot through the lens of January, you're going to like the champagne batch of frostings. So take a look at it while we're live. It's the first pinned comment on the replay. Look in the show notes or the video description after the first paragraph. It's the first clickable link. Okay, so I'm going to greet everybody and get into today's training. So hi, Mr. Quino, what's going on? Good to see you. Hi, Bee Haven Designs. What's up? Hi, Miss Heidi from Stuff and Junk by Heidi. Good to see you. Hi, Michelle McLaughlin. Good to see you. Very good to see you. I'm glad you've been showing up and getting value. Hi, Miss Jones. What's going on? CP Jones. C. Penettle Jones is here. Carol Tedesco O'Neill is here. What's up? The Speckled Moon by Susie B. What's up, Miss Susie? Good to see you. And Marilyn Roselle is here so far. Definitely hi to you. If you're watching this, and Ann McDonald. Let me not forget Miss McDonald. I think I got everybody so far. Okay. Don't want to be rude. And please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up every single day, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, because it's another data point for the algorithms on YouTube to surface so that it's more likely to push this video out while it's live to my current subscribers. And then it's more likely to push out the replay video on the replay so that, my current subscribers who couldn't come live can watch it on the replay. They're more likely to get the notification. So you're helping other people out when you give this video a big thumbs up. And it's kind of like putting a tip in my jar, if you will. And then also the algorithm's more likely to do more vigorous matchmaking to people who haven't subscribed yet, but could use help like this. So Miss Bridget and Darren are here. Hello, Bridget Upcycle Lawson. What's going on? Okay, so give this video a big thumbs up, please. It does help more than you know, and it's free for you to do so. And please make sure that you subscribe if you're an older, more mature entrepreneur who goes, if I'm going to do this content marketing on social media, even YouTube, a blog post on my website, email marketing, but if I'm going to do this, it needs to bring in money. It needs to bring in more business conversions, or it's a waste of my time. And I agree. Then you want to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification and select all so that you can get notified every time I go live. I'm going to go live every single day in January. And then as my regulars know, I will, from February through the end of the year, the plan is for me to go live on this channel once a week on Wednesdays, pretty much at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's get into the training for today. Again, I also gave you the link to the playlist where all the previous trainings are stored. Let's talk about, and I mean, what I am coaching about on my channel. You could use some of this in your personal life. You totally could. But of course, I'm a business coach. I'm not a more garden variety life coach. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm a business coach and I'm a marketing coach, right? I'm a content marketing coach. So, what I'm teaching you really is more so shot through the lens of an entrepreneur, but you can use this in your personal life as well. So no worries. Okay. So if you don't like your current personal and or professional reality, we did talk about a couple of days ago, the concept of self-sabotage. So make sure you're going back and watching any of the videos that you missed. You can also put hashtag live. And for those people watching on the replay, hashtag replay. That does help me to see who's watching when. I do care. I do look. And also, very quickly, before I get into the coaching, if you're watching on the replay, you can ask questions down below. While we're live, I'll read out the questions and stuff like that, because even though I check the box for the replay to show the comments, it doesn't, which is annoying. But I'll read out the questions and give my answers. So just listening, those people are covered. But on the replay, you can put your questions in the comments and I'll circle back within about 24 hours to try and give you answers to try and help you, right? Because I love what I do and I love who I do it for. So it's not all about the money for me. Sure, videos like these are value adds. Of course they are. But it's kind of like goodwill on my part. It makes me feel happier and cleaner to help some people who may never be able to afford my stuff, even if they are under 50 bucks. And for all the people who could, I want you to feel confident when you do buy and, just helping everybody. I'm happy to do it. So what I want you to do is make sure that you don't miss the other day's training having to do with professional or entrepreneurial self-sabotage, because some people definitely had aha moments while we were live where they acknowledged that, you know what, Stacey, on previous days when we were talking about business goal setting and financial goal setting, annual, and then breaking it down by week, by month, by quarter, like I've not done it before. And maybe in part it's because I'm afraid to put it out there, because then what if I don't meet that goal? I'm afraid to like push myself and set up an email list because I don't want to seem pushy. I'm afraid to make decisions about where I do my content marketing because like I'm afraid if I do it, it won't bring me any results. And one thing that I did say the other day was when we're talking about entrepreneurial self-sabotage is, well, if you don't do anything, you get the guaranteed outcome of nothing. So, it's what is it? The devil you know versus the devil you don't? Come on. So, what I want to talk about today is something that may seem at first glance deceptively simple, but it's kind of an entrepreneurial mindset shift that, yeah, you could use in your personal life too. But you can have just one shift in your beliefs that can change your reality. And so if you're like, oh, I don't think it could be that simple, Stacey, you don't know my circumstances. They are blah, 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 blah. It's not that I don't care about your circumstances, but all of that stuff is just softeners to justify why you stay inside of your entrepreneurial comfort zone. So that, if I don't waste any time, I'll just listen to all this coaching and Stacey will make me feel all like jacked and like I can take on the world. And a half an hour later, I'm in the fetal position sucking my thumb and I do nothing or almost nothing because I don't want to deal with the discomfort of pushing myself outside the comfort zone and doing the content marketing or emailing my list at a minimum of once a week. I don't think I have ever, through going into 9 years of doing this, I don't think I've ever had a student tell me, I'm sorry that I did it. And I always warn people the first week to 2 weeks that you're starting to email your list more regularly when you never did it before, you might get some unsubscribes because people aren't used to it. And the trail went too cold. They may not even remember who you are or what your business is. And so they don't have that emotional connection with you. So they're easily going to say, you know what, I'm going to unsubscribe. But after the first week to 2 weeks, you stick with it. I have never had anybody said that they're sorry. And as I said a couple days ago, when we were setting like financial goals for our businesses, and then reverse engineering so that by the week you're setting your goals and you're setting down concrete black and white numbers that your business has to hit. Like one of my students was like, my husband and I by the end of the year want to be in our own house. We're tired of renting. And I'm like, well, you need the deposit, you need the closing costs, you need the attorney's fees. So not only do you have to get more concrete about what ballpark you're swinging for each of those line items in the closing budget, because you got to name it to claim it. Your conscious and subconscious mind will say, okay, those are more concrete. And I could start working on this and it feels more real instead of airy, fairy, fuzzy stuff. Because if you're fuzzy about your business, you're going to get fuzzy results if you get any at all. And if you treat your business like a hobby because you're too scared to email and run a sale at least twice a month or some sort of income producing event twice a month, because I do have some people where affiliate income would make up one of the two things that they do every month. So it's not just selling their own stuff, whether it's digital courses, one-on group coaching, digitally, mini courses, digital downloads and stuff, or physical products. Some people are, going, okay, I don't do that, or I only do a little bit of that. I might have my own physical merch because I'm an influencer. I'm an aspirational brand. Fine. So your own merch, you could do a new merch drop every month, have cart open, cart closed. Don't go more than 5 days. It's hard to get really good results. It's hard to get scarcity, urgency, and leverage when you're going more than 5 days on a sale. So month-long sales are a no-no. Sales that really go beyond 5 days don't tend to work. Just a little tip out there. But you could also have an affiliate link that you drive people to, for a product that you use for your business or they should use to help get the results that they want. So you're not running a sale. You don't own whatever you're driving the traffic to. It's an income producing event for you, just to be clear, because you're driving people to an affiliate link and you get a percentage of the sale, whether it's a one-time sale or it's a recurring monthly fee because maybe it's tech. Like for me, I love flick.tech. So I have a link down there. You get a free in the show notes or the video description below. That is my secret weapon hashtag research tool. That, there's nothing else like it for your paid out there. Nothing, or I would not bother putting my name behind it. You get a free 1 week trial and you can use all the goodies and see if you like it. So the link to that is down below. And that's an example of driving traffic to a link where I can get affiliate income. I make very good money off that every month just by itself. Oh, Sandy B is here live. Hi, Sandy B. All right. So let's look at your beliefs and see how you can make your beliefs more concrete so that you can get more traction on them. Because if we leave beliefs as like airy fairy, artsy fartsy, you're going to stay fuzzy. And it's going to be hard to implement based on your beliefs. So beliefs are like literally would drive your brain consciously and or subconsciously to make the associations that it does. They're just opinions about what you hold about anything in particular, personally or professionally. So honestly, if you believe you can do something, you're right. If you believe that you can't do something, you end up sooner or later being right too. This is where self-sabotage can key in. And we talked about that a lot the other day. So again, go watch the replays. I put the link down to the playlist. But keeping in mind that beliefs are really just opinions that you have, it's obviously, in theory, very easy to change your mind and to change your opinion. I want you to think whether it's whether it's personally or professionally, has there been at least one time in your life where you championed a particular opinion just to find out at the end of the day that you were wrong in whole or in part? We all have taken a turn on that. Honestly, folks used to believe that the world was flat, but we know that it's round by now, don't we? So, these kind of seismic shifts can happen in your life where you're just convinced that you can't do something. But if you change your opinion about it, like for students who they listen to me, say on YouTube, or they see me elsewhere, like on Facebook, and they go, okay, I'm listening to her. And then like they invest in something of mine. So now they have leverage on themselves because they spent money, right? So now they need this money. They need to earn this money back. They don't want to feel foolish. So they get leverage on themselves. They change their opinion that they can't do anything. They buy a course, they buy a digital download pack or something, and they use it for their business. They're changing their opinions definitely consciously about whether or not they can alter the trajectory of their professional lives at the very least. And of course, riding the coattails of that, their personal lives as well. But they start implementing where maybe before they had made the decision, they had the belief. Why bother implementing? I will never fill in the blank, right? I'll never have a business that's profitable. I'll never have a business. Okay, I may have a business that's profitable, but it's by the skin of its teeth. I'm never going to have a business that gets to 10 figures. I'll never have a business that gets to multiple 5 figures. I'll never have a business that gets to 6 figures. Stacey has a bunch of 6 figure success students and some students that are knocking on heaven's door of 6 figures. She even has now coached multiple 7 figure businesses, including but not limited to, of course, our first 7 figure business, Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. But that's everyone else. I can't do it because I have the belief or opinion that something is causing me, it's hamstringing me, and I can't do it. I can't push it. Stacey doesn't understand. Nobody understands. So you have your beliefs. They boil down to like faith, trust, and confidence in something that may not even be real or susceptible to true proof. You may have convinced yourself that you can't do fill in the blank personally or professionally. But when you believe that and you invest a lot of energy and time and focus in it, the grooves in the proverbial wood get deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's not to say that you can't change your beliefs, even if they've been long held beliefs, and even if you recognize consciously and or subconsciously that it's kind of toxic that you're holding yourself back. Like, why are you here living life if you can't make a difference, right? Personally, professionally, or both. You're not selling junk. If you're selling products, whether they're handmade or not, you're not selling crap, because if you're selling crap, well, then, don't sell crap. But I bet you in 99.9% of cases, it's not like you're selling inferior products. It's not that you're selling inferior services. If you're a coach or a course creator, I really would think that you're not thinking that you're selling inferior coaching packages or courses. You know what I mean? You wouldn't try to sell it as an adult who's not insane, whatever it is, if it weren't any good. You're not just selling stuff to get money and extract money from people like a vampire. You are helping people, and they help you back because it's a two-way street by paying you for services rendered or for the products that help them to get out of pain and into pleasure, or the coaching that helps them get out of pain and into pleasure, right? So, no matter how intangible your beliefs or opinions may be, they really are the building blocks upon which you build your own reality. And you really can take a piece of sandpaper, no matter how deep the grains in the wood are, proverbially speaking, of course. And you could take a piece of sandpaper, and like override all those deep grooves. Is it going to take a lot of work? Yes. Is it going to take more than one session to do that? Even if you were in real life, like sanding wood with real deep grains in it? Yeah. Is it going to take more effort than maybe you wish to get everything smooth? Sure. But you have got to attack the beliefs that are toxic for you. You have to be willing to recognize what, if anything, is holding you back as an entrepreneur. So your beliefs are defined by your personal values. What you value in your life, personally and professionally, drives what you believe to be true for yourself and the reality that you're currently living, personally and professionally. Ultimately, what you believe will directly and or indirectly, consciously and or subconsciously, affect what you think, say, or do. Right? So if you're thinking poison, it's going to poison the well water of the day. Okay. And it's going to poison you and possibly other people around you. You need to flush the well water of your soul personally and professionally clean. And only you can do that. You can do that with a professional if you need to. Years and years ago, I needed not just life coaching, I needed to speak to a licensed talk therapist, or a psychiatrist. Like, I'm not telling anybody to do anything that I haven't done myself, or that, where applicable, I wouldn't be willing to do, because now I'm just talking out my butt. I knew that I had a stumbling block years and years ago. It was a narrow stumbling block. I'm an analytical person, but knowing is half the battle. I couldn't surmount that stumbling block. I really couldn't persistently and consistently go beyond the bounds of my comfort zone to really overcome the stumbling block. The achievement just wasn't unlocked. But only I could say to myself, okay, I know what the problem is. I'm pretty sure what it's not. I got to go and get help. And I need somebody who, from the outside looking in, isn't poisoned by whatever poison I'm putting into the well water of my soul and my day. And that individual helped me. They really did. And nine going into 9 years later, I have helped thousands of students become not just profitable businesses, but then 5-figure success businesses. Not just 5-figure success businesses, but multiple five into six. And now I have several 7-figure businesses that either I help them to get there along the way, or they're 7 to multiple 7-figure businesses and I have helped to coach them. But I would have done none of these things if I didn't lay down my pride about 10 years ago and go and get help. So I'm not saying everybody needs to do that, but if you're like, I'm just stubborn and I know all the things and I read all the books and I listen to everybody on YouTube and I've been listening to you for days and I know what to do and I just don't do it, well, this is a stand and deliver moment. Are you willing to break that stumbling block and do what it takes on your own? You may very well have the ability to do it, but you have to believe and you have to value what it is that you are selling, whatever your offerings are. You have to value yourself and the offerings that you create to help your ideal customer get out of pain and into pleasure. You have a moral obligation. God, the universe, whatever, put you here to make other people's lives better through what it is that you can bring to the table for these people. And if you are not following through on your moral obligation, no wonder you're not living the life that you want to live, ideally and completely, personally and or professionally. So this is why it's so important, if you missed any of the other days, to establish what your personal and then professional why is first, and to understand the carrot end of it and to understand the stick end of it, the hardcore leverage versus the fun, juicy stuff that will motivate you and give you a second wind to keep going if you happen to have a really bad day, personally and or professionally, right? So that's day one. That's January 1st. Again, the playlist link is down below. Then we had a couple of days where we talked about goal setting, but not in the typical smarmy way that you might have heard, where you're like, oh, I'm going to molt off all my skin and hair. Not more about SMART goals. We actually got into SMAART goals and why that extra A is kind of like a difference maker, and how you use SMART goals with the extra A to turn your goals into plans, okay, where you have step by step what it is you have to do, and where applicable, the mile markers that you have to hit so that you know you're making progress on your goals, right? And we talked about baby step goals that you could do super quick or definitely within a day ish. And then short term goals, and you really can't go more than 90 days or a business quarter, because if you do, in terms of being able to, fulfill that goal or achieve it, then it's really a long-term goal. And I said, for most of you, especially if your goal setting and achieving muscles are weak, I really want you to focus on 2022 and say by December 31st, this goal has to be achieved. And then I have to reverse engineer by the month, by the week, and just break it down, shatter it down into small pieces that I can get traction on. So this is why it's so important that you establish what your personal and professional why is first. And then you set your SMAART goals that will help you achieve your goals. They're plans for your goals, not airy fairy feel good stuff. Oh, I said it. Now it's like in my mind that I achieved it and I go. No. If your beliefs don't serve your highest and best good or your why, you've also wasted your time. You're not likely to fulfill them, even if you have the framework of the plan set out with the mile markers for your goals, especially longer term goals. So how do you turn your beliefs or your personal opinions about yourself personally and or professionally into rocket fuel that's going to like boost you towards achieving your goals that are in harmony with your why, and they are plans and not just airy fairy goals? Well, you can use your why as the 30,000 foot view of what you want, right? With your goals serving as the steps or the rungs on the ladder that you need to travel up to in order to get to that plateau or that 30,000-foot panoramic view of what you want. In this case, by the end of 2022. And then you reverse engineer to see your steps. And then you're going to actively work on making a shift in your beliefs or your opinions about what it's going to take to get you there and the odds of success every step of the way. But when you have goals that are actually like more detailed, granular plans, consciously and subconsciously, your subconscious mind is like, well, it is granular. There are steps. It does feel real. It does feel more black and white. So it's less scary. Maybe we could tiptoe and baby step our way out of the comfort zone that we have. Your subconscious mind encourages you to self sabotage both personally and professionally, not because you're sick and you're poisonous per se, not with this. It's to protect you. It's a matter of self-preservation. It's protecting your life. It's protecting you from disappointment and everything in between. So listen, if you don't get really granular, you have the high touch and the why personally and professionally, and then you have the granular, step-by-step plans for your goals. If you're telling yourself that you can't achieve your goals, then you're not gonna. If you're busy shooting things down because you think they're stupid, they're difficult, you've never been able to achieve something before, the people in your life are always blocking you, all you're doing is using time, energy, and bandwidth to comfort yourself and to keep from doing anything and to protect yourself from disappointment, to protect yourself from the unknown. You're taking your focus away from what could work and your energy away from what could work and what is smart and what will serve your ultimate purpose, especially for 2022 itself. So more specifically, to change your reality, you've got to believe that reaching your goals and your overall why, both personally and professionally, isn't just possible, it's probable. So what's the difference? Possible, of course, is that like wishy-washy kind of like fuzzy plans. So again, if you've got fuzzy plans, you're going to have a fuzzy outcome if you even have an outcome at all, especially for your business. Probable is legit. It says it's as in like concretely, like if you do X, you will achieve Y using your properly set SMART goals as your specific blueprint to get from here where you don't currently want to be to where you're living out your ultimate why. For sure, as much as possible by the time you get to the end of December 2022. So just one shift in terms of your belief, in terms of your opinions as to the potential outcome of your goals, the probable outcome of your goals, takes things from impossible to probable. That's going to change your reality. The question I have to ask you is, are you willing to leave your comfort zone to rearrange the DNA of your current reality? All right. Hi, honey. What's up? Hi, Marissa Parsons. Hi, Daniela. What's going on?
This is all we can find.
Oh, that's fine. They're getting me medicine because, of course, I'm sick again. My immune system has been shot since 1992. Now, if I told myself that all I could do was just be sick and then I could never persistently and consistently deliver on anything, I would not have the business that I have and I would not be making the money that I'm making. I've got all sorts of physical, tangible evidence that shows me that all I am is just physically broken. And why bother planning anything or setting up launches and retirements and things? Because I could be sick. How dare I set up free coaching every single day in January on my YouTube channel? Don't I know that at some point I'm going to be a stuffed up, snarling mess? Yup. But you know what? I don't feel like sucking my thumb and laying in the fetal position in the corner of my house, right? I have something that I can bring to the world. My pre-existing offerings, like my digital download packs, like the popularity plan every month. I have the batches of Frosted, which are the 8-lesson mini courses, one for every month of the year, marketing and sales plans that are shot through the lens of that particular month. and what your ideal customers are likely thinking in that month, and why your relationship marketing and sales-based marketing can get products sold, whether they're seasonal, whether they're good for use in that month, or whether they're like your more evergreen offerings, whether you're coaches or course creators, or your product-based business, like your signature products-based business. I could use my physical frailty as perfect evidence for why I shouldn't believe that I could pull this off, or why no one would ever want to follow me, because I'm old and I'm broken and I'm sickly and I'm frail and I'm immunosuppressed. I was wearing masks out in public and on flights. I had to wear a mask on a flight with him in 2018, and people were staring at me like I was the Elephant Man. Yeah, he was embarrassed. And I was like, my immunologist said I had to wear it. Right? So long before COVID, I was trendy long before COVID made it cool. Good God. Don't turn me off YouTube because I mentioned COVID.
Ooh. Come get her. Stringer.
Karen Thompson, good morning. So Karen, you missed a really good training, but definitely you can go and listen to the replay. Bridget says the family that goes live together. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Bridget. Marquina says my son would also be in my screen if he knew I was doing a live or taking pics, but that's fine. Tough woman, says Michelle. Yup. So I'm broken. I could use that as a perfect excuse or the perfect softener. And I could allow that to poison or alter the DNA of my beliefs, my opinions about myself, personally and professionally. And I'd say nobody should be listening to somebody like me, because I take sick days, but like everyone can take a sick day or two, even if they're not immunosuppressed. So you have to say, what opinions or beliefs do I want to have about myself personally and professionally, so that I get out of my own way? And either myself, I break the blocks that are holding me back. You're not going to have every day where you feel comfortable going out of your comfort zone. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. But if you never get out of your comfort zone, or almost never do it, and you just, I can't, I know it all, Stacey, you're telling me, and I know it and I understand it, and I've heard from you and how many other people, then you do need professional help. But that's okay. I've had to have it too in the past. So there's no shame in it. Whatever tool you need to satisfy and break on through to the other side of the results that you want, both personally and professionally, that's what you need to do for yourself. Thank you, Stephen. Your son is cracking me up.
I'm doing my job,
fan. Hey, Kayla, what's going on? Okay, there's another person trying to ride my coattails. That's okay.
Ooh.
Spam. Ooh, you stealing?
You're stealing from that one dude. You can't do that.
I know. I'm
You
smiling over here.
Stealing. No, that's not your thing.
Hey, Lenore.
Stay in your lane. You can't do that.
Show stealer, says Marquina. But that's okay. You know what? As more and more people have been home since the pandemic, and they've been recreating brands, doubling down on pre-existing brands, they've got kids that they're homeschooling or they're distance learning or whatever. They've got kids running around. They've got little kids running around that aren't even school aged yet, or even preschool aged yet. I think today's tolerance is a lot higher for real life, because you know what? It's more relatable. You're more relatable, right? So I even had a live
the Eagles?
stream.
Nah. I'm sorry. I do I'm sorry, but no. I'll stay over here in Kansas City.
People love to see my kids when I do lives. That's great, because you know what? For a lot of people, whether they have children of their own or they don't, maybe there's people's favorite, like aunties and uncles or whatever.
Hang on, I'll be back.
You know what?
Oh, hang on, I'll be back.
You're encouraging him, folks. You are. But seriously, like, it's more relatable, right? Because most people have kids, families, or dependents, right? So it's more relatable. And I'm very proud of you, Marquina, for going live on a regular basis. I'm very proud of you, because you get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. The first time you do it, it might be very scary to you if that worries you. And some people are like, nah, I'm fine. You know, I might be a little uncomfortable the first time or two, but I know I'm going to put the discomfort of going live behind me. That's fine. It's just the tech, and it's just trying to greet everybody while I'm live without losing my train of thought. Yeah, in the beginning, you know, that's a skill you have to pick up. And some of you might stick the landing, and some of you, it might just be riding the Hot Mess Express the first time or two. But you can laugh about it. You can be vulnerable and transparent without being a sad sack about it. Don't be defensive or be a sad sack. Let people know, I haven't gone live yet. This is my first live. Be gentle. It's my first time. Make a joke about it. And that makes you more relatable, right? That builds a bridge for people to cross over because they're just like me. Maybe I don't do lives at all, or maybe I couldn't think if I'm a viewer of your lives. I couldn't even imagine going live. How brave she is, right? I'll be back. Notice his threats. Lenora Love says, Carol, tell your husband he needs a cowboy shirt. Oh no. Carol says, my husband says your son needs an Eagle sweatshirt. Too funny. Stuff and junk by Michelle's laughing. Marquita says, I'll be back. Stuff and junk by Heidi. When my girls were a little younger, I would let them do quick fabric unboxing shorts. They were hilarious, and people love that. People really do. So, like, I would be less worried about being perfect. Like, there was a time even on Instagram, and people can argue about there's toxicity on Instagram. You know where there's real toxicity? And Bridget and Darren know where I'm going. Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Cesspool. After that, maybe depending upon who you are. Okay, he's here with his Chiefs jersey now. He's here with his Chiefs jersey. Oh my God. And then he's got his Yankees jerseys. He's all about sports.
Hey man, that's my Marvel, so like
I know, I get it. Mahomes is in the house, says Lenore. Everybody's laughing. But Heidi, I love that you're doing that because you know what? There was a point in time on Instagram. Let's go with Instagram because, if you're a teenage girl or a young adult female, it can be very toxic. It can be very toxic on a personal level, right? But most people go on to Instagram, increasingly Gen X as well, and not just millennials and Gen Z, to inform their business, to inform their purchasing decisions, right? But like Instagram, it used to be the curated perfect feed. In fact, people would plan out their squares so that it would look like a picture. If you scrolled and looked at these 9 squares, everything had to be part of a very cohesive whole. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, you know what? There should be flashes of your brand in there, but you shouldn't go crazy. Most people are just fatigued on perfection, airbrushed for perfection. They used to use Facetune a whole bunch several years ago, and now most people issue or avoid using Facetune. They don't appreciate accounts that it's all Facetuned and perfect. This is more about inclusivity in real life, everybody. So again, if your opinion or your belief was, I can't do it because I have a little BB. I can't do it because I'm sickly. I can't do it because I'm over 50. Everybody, I'm 51. Hello. I can't do it because I don't look perfect. I'm not even wearing makeup right now. I can't do it because I'm overweight. I can't do it because I'm not pretty enough, handsome enough, comely enough. Oh, please. I have facial asymmetry. It did not stop me. So come on. Do you think Michelle says, do you think he's changing sweatshirts to come back? Kids, even teenagers and kittens. I can't wait until I do a live with my grandbabies. Your audience is going to love it. They already know you pretty well, Bridget. So they're going to love that. Haha, he did. Oh, Twitter. The Speckled Loon by Susie B says, at least they can win a Super Bowl. Lifetime Vikings fan here. We survived on perpetual hope and end up with bitter disappointment.
Yeah, that sounds like the Vikings.
Oh, we could do the Jets thing. JETS, lose, lose, lose. At one point, a generation ago, they kind of had some pep to them.
Yeah, I think they won a Super Bowl.
They did.
In like
They
the
won.
60s. They were pretty good in the
70s, I want to say they won.
I think it was like the tail end of the 60s.
Okay, maybe. But anyway,
I think it was in 69 they won the Super Bowl.
So, like, I know that today kind of felt a little bit perhaps like airy-fairy because we were talking about opinions and beliefs. But notice how I hooked it in, not just a professional, shooting it more through an entrepreneurial lens and less of a personal lens, but also like I hooked it into the why as the 30,000-foot North Star to guide you with your opinions and beliefs and resetting them where necessary. But also, if you do the SMAART planning, goal planning, that's not just setting goals and there's some studies that say that once people set goals, they feel like they've already done it. And when they announce it in public, they feel really good about it. And then subconsciously, they just don't even bother. You know when that does happen? When they don't have plans behind their goals, okay? A goal without plans is just a wish. So when people are doing the functional equivalent of a wish, goal planning and goal setting is a waste, right? But when you're doing it the way I've taught it over the last several days, we've had at least 2 separate sessions where we went 30,000-foot view with goals, we reverse engineered, and then we talked about the SMART goals and how they help go, Carol. Bridget says, I wash my face, but I hardly ever wear makeup for lives. And you know what? If you understand your ideal customer enough, you'll know if that will attract them or repel them more. With a lot of people, when I do my YouTube videos, I do wear like my pre-edited videos, which are going to come back starting. Barney has a hard time uploading stuff. So I'm trying to give him a break so that I know that I have a bunch of stuff that's already scheduled up in my YouTube creator studio. So if I'm not mistaken, pre-edited videos will go back on my channel starting, because now we have enough to do like at least a week and appear consistent in the background. They will start again on January 11th. So on top of the live streams that I have, they will go up and they will be published at around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they, of course, will be here. They're not live. So whenever you can catch them, you can catch them. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You click the bell notification and select all. And so you're not only going to get notified when I'm live, but you should be getting notified when those videos go up. There will be premieres for them. So you'll get a notice that the premiere is going to go on. And then after the premiere, it's just up there. So starting January 11th. So poor Barney. My Funnel Dynasty people, we will start having the video-based bonuses. Finally, we will start having those next week as well. In fact, I think I have one video I can upload to the members area now, and I have a whole bunch of PDFs that I can upload to Funnel Dynasty. Thank you for my Funnel Dynasty Dominators for being so patient. Bridget says, and you are showing us how to be real in our lives. Yeah. And Michelle says, I am in Houston, Texas. You go, girl. We have the worst team. Oh, no. The Texas, what is it?
For football, they have the Houston Texans.
Oh, God.
And I think they're like 4-11.
Oh, girl. Heidi says, and I love all the growth that you've had, Heidi, even though you've had to scale back a little for some personal stuff. That's right now. It's just God's delays are not God's denials. But you're still showing up and getting stuff done on the more part-time basis that you're doing. So I want to show a lot of respect for you. And celebrate you. But she says, I just repeat, do the thing by doing the thing. One of my favorite Stacey-isms, back ass words, Stacey-isms. Stacey, I haven't taken the time to listen to anyone. You are the best, says Michelle McLaughlin. Oh, I love you guys very much. And see, that's the thing. When you show up and you're real and you understand the ideal customer that you are pitching to, I'm pitching to the more mature entrepreneur. We're not trying to look perfect, but of course, we don't want to look like we're riding the Hot Mess Express either. So I did my hair. I don't have stains on my clothes. They're fresh. They're clean. I at least keep up with my skincare. And on my pre-edited videos, yes, I wear makeup. I hate makeup, but I'll do a 5-minute face of makeup, and that includes contouring. And then I usually take it right off if I can, because I don't enjoy it. But I'm trying to attract an ideal customer base with the pre-edited videos. There are more mature entrepreneurs like we are, but I'm making a lot of first impressions that way too. But if you know your ideal customer best, and they are more like, what do I say? They're more like real, folks like you and I, and maybe like makeup isn't a priority to them. At least just make sure you're neat and clean, good skincare, no matter what sex you are or how you identify. Like, try to have a decent canvas. And I mean, that's enough. I don't want anybody to come up with more excuses, more opinions, and more beliefs about why they can't do something. The more you show up in front of your ideal customers, the stronger and the warmer the trail is between you and them. That's why once a week emailing is a minimum. It's not a maximum. If you do it daily to near daily, Go Google it. You don't have to trust my word for it automatically. It's not the gospel according to Stacey Storino. You will see paradoxically that even several times a week, you will make more sales and people are trained up to like open your stuff more and more often over time. Students of mine who have gone to six-figure businesses and higher, they will tell you you make better money by selling more and not less. If someone takes themselves off your email list, they likely weren't your ideal customer anyway. So let's take a look over here. Bridget says, I grew up a Cowboys fan. My granddaddy helped design the old stadium. Wow. Our secondary team was a Patriots. I was born and raised in Fall River, Massachusetts. Okay. Susie B says, overweight, almost 60 years old here. I have found a good camera angle as my best friend. It gets easier every time. Everything gets easier every time. So circling back to Heidi, she says, I get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. You're never going to get better at it. It's never going to get faster and easier and more frictionless in terms of the tech, in terms of how you feel about it, unless you just let go and just do it. Roberto Blake on YouTube, I love him. I really do. He's somebody worth subscribing to. He's older, but when I say older, I think he's in his super young 40s. So he's not like Gen Z and he's not super young Gen Y where you're like, whatever, you don't even understand what having dependents are. He does. He came up with, you could search on YouTube, Roberto Blake 100 crappy videos. And I think that will bring up one or more videos that he's done through the years on YouTube. But the concept is the same. He says, I encourage anybody who's trying to have a presence on YouTube, whether it's for their business, they're trying hardcore to become a YouTube influencer or a tube star or both. My advice is always the same. Do 100 crappy videos, meaning your goal isn't to try to be crappy, but your mentality is, your belief is that by the time I have 100 videos done, I'm going to be so much better by the time I get to video 100. Where video 1, I was all thumbs. You can look up, I'm almost afraid to do this. But I will do it. If you look at Woman Dash 101 as a channel on YouTube, I haven't put anything up there. I don't even know how many years. My very first video on that YouTube channel, because that was the first YouTube channel I attempted to run. I did my 100 crappy videos there, okay? And I can tell you the first video, I was 200 something pounds. I straightened my hair because I thought I had to do that to look good on YouTube. It does not look like me at all. I had makeup on, but I didn't check my teeth when I shot the video. And I had a streak of lipstick on my teeth. And even worse, so I look god awful. But to boot, and I definitely see more wooden, right? Shooting that video because it's like my first one. It's horrendous. But you want to really laugh? I was so bad at tech. I sucked so much. It didn't even occur to me until long after I uploaded my very first video to YouTube. I didn't realize that YouTube, putting aside YouTube shorts, because those are vertical like Instagram Reels and TikToks are, okay? Long before there was YouTube shorts or anything like that, your videos need to be otherwise horizontal or like landscape and not portrait. The first 2 videos I did were portrait. So there's these like thick black bars. The thick black bars on them. It was horrible.
Activity.
I sucked so bad. So if you want a really good hard laugh, you can go back to that channel and you can say, oh my God, and she's got a multiple 6-figure business now. The first 100 of anything is going to be crappy. The first 100 social posts you do could be crappy. Even if you're a student of mine and you get like templates and stuff like that, it'll help you to be less crappy and more effective off the jump. But like, of course, 100 of these later, you're going to be like, I could do these in my sleep. Right? And if you're growing a team, I can delegate this stuff and I can double check this stuff in my sleep. If you're editing your own videos, which God help you, please delegate that out to somebody ASAP because it takes just too much of your time. I edited all my own videos until the fall of 2019. So I started putting up videos 2014, 15. Oh God, on Woman 101. Geez. And I edited all the way up until the fall of 2019. I got better at editing on iMovie. I never had like a special mic. I always used my camera phone. You do not have to spend a lot of money. In the beginning, I was using natural light. Eventually, I got a 3 light kit, including a diva ring light. Oh, and by the way, if you feel like I could use a little extra help from a diva ring light, they make them for the table. So like you can have like a small tripod with a little baby diva ring light. So when you go live and stuff like that, you can run diva ring lights and it can like make you look, it's like gives you a glow up. It makes you look more glowy. So if you feel like
That's
I'm older
interesting,
and I
Liz.
could use that.
Glowy.
So Susie B, man, I'm still overweight now, but I'm not obese or morbidly obese like I was when I first started. I'm 5'3". I have a ring size of 7. I wear petite dresses and pants. So 10 pounds on me looks very different than 10 pounds on someone else. And I wish I was 10 pounds overweight. I'm still like 40 pounds overweight, but I've lost 40 pounds in the meantime. So I didn't let it stop me, and I've grown to a multiple 6-figure business. I'm not young. I'm not nubile. I'm not super trendy. I mean, look at me. So if I can do it, anybody can. If you're getting value out of this video, please give it a big thumbs up live or on the replay. You're really helping me out. Okay, you really are. So Carol says, I think I'm at the point where I'm tired of hearing my own excuses, and I need to just get over myself and do it. Once over COVID. What's once over COVID mean? Heidi, thank you for cheering on Carol. You can do it, Carol O'Neill. Of course you can.
Did you say once over? What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what she means by that. Last part.
COVID and she's getting over it.
Oh, once you're over COVID. Oh, God, that's right, because Carol, you told me. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, it's cuddle day, says Heidi. Michelle says it is. It's cuddle day. So I'm sorry. There has to be videos of how to do a YouTube right. Absolutely, there are. Oh my God. So for YouTube people, I like Roberto Blake. His is more of a variety channel. He could have been over 1 million subs a long time ago. But like I said, in previous trainings I've done on this channel through the years, you have to be very focused on your ideal customer first, then their main pain point, and how do your offerings or even free videos on YouTube get them out of pain and into pleasure. Roberto himself, if you watch enough of his videos, he acknowledges time and again, if he had just focused on YouTube, he would have blown up because the algorithm could have done more effective matchmaking. When you're going too broad in terms of the ideal customer, you're trying to sell to everyone, you end up selling to nobody, or it's hard to optimize so that you can rank higher and higher over time in search. That's going to hurt you. Or even if you're super narrow in terms of your ideal customer, but you try to be a Swiss Army knife and try to help them with everything or almost every problem that specific ideal customer could have, that's kind of like it's a bit better of a problem, but it's still a problem because it's hard to rank and you just dilute yourself and your energies and it's hard. So you want to be a custom crafted specific solution for a specific problem for a specific person. And that makes it easier not just to rank your content and your products on Google and elsewhere on social and on YouTube, but it makes it easier for people to look and say, finally, I'm at the right place. This person is me, or at least they understand me and they understand my problem. And so I'm more likely to trust that they have the solution. And people will pay more for custom crafted solutions for people that are just like them. So I like Roberto Blake and I love Nick Niman. Nick Niman, in a matter of 4 years, has shot up to near 1 million subs. And Nick was struggling in the beginning, or he would have gotten there. He has hidden a lot of his videos. I know Nick since 2018. I'm not making like I'm best buds with him, but I know him. And we have a friend in common, Daryl Eves. So Daryl Eves is a really good person too. So for my intermediate and advanced students who are ready to fold YouTube into the mix, especially if sooner or later you can hire a video editor, which thank God for Barney, or I would not be able to do what I do without him, because editing a video to do the job right without even trying to be perfect, say you have a 10 to 15 minute video, it's an hour to 2 hours or more to edit it. And I'm in upstate New York, so the connectivity isn't the best to download or upload things. to get videos exported out into MP4 format from editing them in iMovie. If you're in an Apple environment, iMovie is plenty. Please don't buy any software, excuse me. If you're going to invest into your YouTube videos, do yourself a big favor. Get somebody from onlinejobs.ph, like a Filipino, and get like a package with an independent contractor that you'll pay them month to month. Whammo, for like hundreds of dollars a month, you can get somebody. Barney's way experienced and he does a lot of work for me. So my package for him is way in excess of that. But you can get somebody with decent experience that they can show you. And for like $400 or $500 a month, you could get out. Like I know my 6-figure students, a lot of them, not all of them. They are like Donna from Transformational Healing by Donna. She puts out 2-3 videos a week. Melissa Pickle with her Pickle Peeps and her, Metals and Pieces products-based brand. She's got too many channels and too many things to cover. I have to wrap this up too because I'm not feeling the best.
I'm out of here.
Peace out, Stephen Ames.
See y'all, chat. Y'all
Thank you for guest starring here. We really appreciate it.
love being there.
I told him I could make him an influencer too if he wanted. I know how to do it.
I should start up a stream. Thoughts? Should I start up a stream?
Start up a stream?
Start streaming?
Absolutely start streaming. Why not?
I should do that.
Everybody's on, not lockdown, but a lot of students across the country are all
we have no busing, so we have no
remote.
school.
I know. They have no busing, so they have to do things remote, probably for the next couple weeks.
I'm
Geez.
here all day.
So, Carol, it's okay. Like, you're just starting something else, so you get better at doing the thing by doing the thing. I would definitely study from people that are out on YouTube. Just search on YouTube, how to create a YouTube video, how to edit a YouTube video. You'll be fine. You'll really be fine. And the minimum frequency to have a YouTube channel that YouTube's algorithms will work for you would be once a week. I would not do scattershot on YouTube. So that's what I'm saying. Beginner students, beginners to business, beginners to marketing, or both. If you're like, ooh, like I really love YouTube, and don't tell me, Stacey, like I want to play with that and start getting good at it now, and I have the time and the bandwidth and the energy to do it, fine. I would say by intermediate on up, you should definitely have a YouTube channel. Otherwise, you're doing yourself a disservice. YouTube is the second largest search engine on planet Earth, and it is currently the largest video search engine on planet Earth. It's only behind Google itself as a search engine. If you do well on YouTube, you can do well in a Google search, of course. So, Melissa Pickle, Pikul. So let's see. Onlinejobs.ph. I love that he's there today. Nice. Yeah. Unbound by Tiffany. Tiffany, you could have your baby if you wanted to. Some people don't want to do that, especially with very young minors. But like, I've always been of the opinion that, your ideal customer wants to get closer and ascended into a closer relationship with you. So if they understand you're a parent and they see how that shows up in your life, especially if you do on your lives and your replays, minimum alive on at least one platform once a week, even if you're a beginner, they will, it's more relatable than somebody who's like Princess Perfect. People want to buy from people they know, like, and trust. And that's people who are actually people, not a perfect little poster. If you're like a super young Gen Zer, you might fall for that trap. But by the time somebody's a millennial on up, they don't want perfection. They're so fatigued, and COVID did not make it any better. Like, people are languishing was a big word for 2021. Fatigue, like they're just so fatigued. So they want real. They want rough hewn. They want real. They want relatable, not perfect. So even your Instagram feed doesn't have to be perfect anymore. Yes, there should be some sort of branded commonality, look and feel, but it does not have to be a perfect look and feel. Hi, Lisa Garrett. What's up? Let's see. Yeah, so if you look at Melissa Pickle, she actually has 2 channels that she bounces back and forth between. And in order to have proper frequency, you need to do it once a week. But Melissa is definitely advanced. She definitely has people helping her at this point. She probably doesn't even have the team size that she needs, but that girl has energy a go-go. So like maybe she can pull that off and it's fine. I'm not being critical, but I'm saying for most people, like It should never be your goal to edit your own videos forever and ever. That's just while you're a beginner. You're getting proof of concept, you're working out kinks in your business model, and you're getting to profitability. And when you're doing your 2 sales or income producing events a month, it's not if you're going to make money, it's how much money you're going to make. All right. So Carol said, oh, wait, hold on. Lisa Garrett's here. Hi, Miss Lisa. Tiffany says, I love having my little Bubba in my photos. He's the best. Plus, I have no choice most time for reels and lives. And you know what? If your ideal customer is female, identifies as female, and either has a family or wants a family, you didn't turn them off. You turned them on. They're happy. Deborah Burkhart, what's going on? Yep. Oh, I have a nephew his age. He's my son's age. He's also a big gamer. Gamers can still be decent influencers. So a lot of kids are saying that their main aspirational goal in life is to be a YouTuber or an influencer, not work 9 to 5. Carol says, thank you, everyone. I love how willing everyone is to help out. That's our community. That's our brand-based community here, is that it's more mature entrepreneurs who are helping each other out. It's the buddy system here. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out more than you know. It helps me while we're live. It definitely even helps me on the replay, even once you're watching on the replay. Hashtag replay so I can see that you're watching it on the replay. I do care. And also, you know, it's just yet another engagement between the hashtag replay and the thumbs up. And of course, if you're watching on the replay and you just like came in now and you're like, oh, I got to get the replay, the main coaching is done. I've got to kind of wrap up because I'm feeling sick. And so I'm going to throw myself in bed. But Tiffany says, gosh, yeah, COVID fatigue is real and COVID long hauler is real. Yup. Sick of the exhaustion, but I got to keep on going. Was proud of myself that I finally got back outside to my workshop. Worked on multiple pieces. Good for you, girl. Heck yes. Love Stacey's community. Seriously, the best. Yup. So I love you guys. I love what I do, and I love who I do it for. If you're watching on the replay and you want to check out the January mini course, the 8-lesson mini course, it's for a tripwire smaller price. That will help you with your relationship marketing and sales-based marketing in the month of January. Make sure that you check out on the replay. You're going to have to see it in the description or the show notes for the video after the first paragraph. It's the first link that you can click on. Hope you feel better soon, says Stacey. Oh, no, Stacey, feel better. Thank you, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.